Hello there, folks. Welcome and a good morning, a good day, and a good evening to you all. I'm Sumit, the architect of StatCraft, and in this video, I'll give you a quick overview of StatCraft. I'll show you its major features and demonstrate how it works. As you can see from here, StatCraft works through a browser. And first, let me log in using my username and then my password. As I log in, you can see I land up on this screen. This is called the data view, and this is where the data is displayed once it is loaded. To load the data, let's click this view button at the right hand corner, and then as the button expands to give us more buttons, let us click this table button. This takes me to the table view. StatCraft stores all the uploaded data in tables, and this is where you can find them. We will use this MyIris table. But before I fetch this data, let me sidestep a bit and quickly show you a very important feature that helps you collaborate with other users. Let me click next to the table name and click on this share icon. This window pops up. This shows all the other users of this particular StatCraft installation, and we can now share this table with any or all of them. Let's close this and click on this table MyIris and select it. I am now back in the data view, and you can see that this data has been loaded. The names of the variables are here at the top of the columns, and the observations appear in the rows. Let us now go to another view. Let us click the view button once more and click on this button called the meta. This takes me to this area where the data description of the table that you are using is given. It gives us the variable name, the variable label, the data type, the measure, and in case of category variables, their values. You can change any or all of them here. For example, if I want, I can go and click here next to petal width, and I can, if I wanted to, change it from numeric to string to date to time and date and time. I could also, if I wanted to, click here and change the measure from scale to nominal to ordinal. We'll leave things as they are now. Click on view and go back to our data view. Now that we are back in the data view, let's run a small analysis using this data. We click on this menu at the corners, scroll down, and then select regression, and then once more from the drop down select linear regression. We now are presented with this dialog box. In this dialog box, we first give our analysis a title so that it's easy for us to locate it later. So let me call this my_iris regression. Now let us choose as a dependent variable this first variable called sepal length. We are just trying this out as an example to show how quick and easy it is to run your analysis through StatCraft. We click here in this field called independent variables, and as our independent variables, we click on sepal width, petal length, and petal width. We next click on the options tab and just select only one option, the Darwin-Watson test. We next go to plot option and choose just one plot, the normal QQ plot. Last, we click on this model tab, and here we find an option called save model. We choose this option and give it a name called my regression model. I'll show you what it does little later. For now, let's quickly click on this OK button. This brings me to a view called the output view. And here on the left hand side, you can see the title of my analysis, My Iris Regression. Here you see a heading called Linear Regression, and then as I scroll down, you can see the various parts of the regression output: model summary, the coefficients, an ANOVA table. Remember, we had chosen a Durbin-Watson test. It appears over here, and below under the title Diagnostic Plots, you see the normal QQ plot. Let us scroll up once more and notice here that with each output, StatCraft has also provided the R code. This is the code that StatCraft has used to perform this analysis, and if you want, you can use this elsewhere. Note also this share icon. Just like you could share the data you are using with other users of your particular StatCraft system, by clicking on this icon, you can also share your output with all the users who are part of your StatCraft installation. Let us now click this view button one last time and go to another view called the models view. Now here you will see one single entry, and under the column model name you see a model that we have saved called My Regression Model. This is the model for the regression analysis you have just run, and we see that it has been created using the R algorithm Linear Regression 1.2. It is a regression time model, and I am the person who has created it. Now, what is the purpose of this model? This model can be applied to a new data set to create new predictions. Now, I will not load a new data set, but if I click on this, I am back to this data view once more, and on the extreme right, you see a new column called predicted values. The regression model that we just created has used the independent variables to give you new predictions of sepal length, which was our dependent variable. I have used the existing data to create this prediction, but of course, if you wanted, you could create these predictions from a new data set altogether. Before we go, here is a quick look at all the different types of analysis which are available in StatCraft. We have under compare groups, t-tests, ANOVA, non-parametric tests, cross tabulations, MANOVA and group descriptives. We have under tests of normality, various kinds of normality tests. We have under regression, linear regression, binomial logistic regression, as well as multinomial logistic regression. Under clustering, we have both k-means and hierarchical clusters. We have machine learning techniques including CART, neural networks and C5. We have time series techniques including exponential smoothing, Holt's method, Holt-Winter, ARIMA and ACF and PACF plots. We have survival analysis, which includes survival curves and Cox regression. Under dimensionalities, we have factor, PCA and linear discriminant models. And then we have a wide range of graphics and advanced graphics. That is all for today, folks. If you want to see a more detailed demo or need some additional information, email us at marketing@statcraft.in or WhatsApp or call us on the number below. Thank you for watching, and do come back to check out more videos on getting things done in StatCraft.